Welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we report from the Sales 2.0 conference in Philadelphia, and our main focus is sales transformation.
Transformation is not an incremental change in something. It's a fundamental change in something. It's changing the state of something. It's not taking water from one degree to another degree. It's going from ice to water to steam. It's changing the way in which something happens. The first aspect of transformation has to do with one's mindset. The second is a change in skill set. This is a skill set both for the sales reps in terms of thinking about how they do this. It's also a change in skill set for management on the sales side and for management on the finance side. So you have to change the way in which you design the skill. And the way to do that is to go to the third attribute, which is the tool set. Automating this in a cloud-based system so that you have the information at your disposal to know in fact if it's working.
At our speakers dinner, we had the opportunity to dig a little deeper into the meaning of sales transformation.
We had an incredible dinner tonight with Gerhard, and I think the word that came out of it for me when we talked to everybody was authenticity. The conversation sort of began with the notion of sort of how is sales being transformed. And then we got into what the meaning of the word really meant. And when we got into the meaning of that word, the conversation took on, again, the word I use for it is an authentic tone around what transformation really means.
What I found fascinating is that every speaker had a different vision of what sales transformation really means.
Sales transformation really is a process of understanding how the economy and the business that you're working in are evolving, trying to look ahead and then anticipate the changes so that your organization is prepared to deal with them.
On the next day, over 200 sales leaders participated in the conference, and they shared their own views during the breaks.
Obviously talking about sales transformation, it's about, how you get to the next level in your organization. So I think, the two areas for me were around the vision and purpose. So with the vision, kind of having the leadership in place and having the thought process and the following, around leadership to really make that transformation. And then from a purpose perspective, not only the purpose from a corporate perspective, but also from a sales perspective and kind of understanding, what your purpose is and how you affect your prospects. So fantastic conference.
I did my little, 30-minute session. There was at the beginning about half the room didn't think that they were in a sales transformation mode. And I think by the end of the presentation it was like, wow, it really is happening around me and I have to be aware of it and figure out what to do about it.
Another interesting point is that sales leaders share similar aspirations because their goal at the conference is to transform their thinking so they can transform their business.
Really insightful speakers. It's really great to hear the ideas and the energy that people are bringing to the idea of transformation, really energizing the process and thinking differently about where we are and how we're perceived in our clients' eyes. Looking at how their business will be different as a result of doing business with us. That in itself is a great takeaway.
So we can get set in our ways. The goals are constantly changing. They're constantly acquiring new products, so you have to adapt and be able to take the next step forward.
They're always bringing forward new ideas and new philosophies and new technologies. And I enjoy that. There isn't one central place as a sales professional that I can go and get that kind of information. Coming to the conference, I'm always excited and understanding new technologies and softwares that will enable my team to be successful.
One of the takeaways was how sales leaders can prepare for the future so they can widen their lead in the market.
On Salesforce, they have their App Exchange. There are now over 2,000 applications on the Salesforce App Exchange. That is a huge number compared to what conventional software was. How many apps are there on an iPhone? Over a million. Over a million applications that you can download on your iPhone. And there's only 2,000 in enterprise. The consumerization of the enterprise is the next big wave.
While technology is really exciting, it can also be isolating and dehumanizing. And that's why sales leaders at the conference agreed that people still buy from people.
So I think one of the next big trends is what's called H2H. H2H is human to human. Irrespective of all this technology, at the end of the day, it is still a person that's buying something. And when they buy something, they don't buy it because they analytically think they should buy it. Analytics is something that happens in the left side of the brain. That's not where the decision center is in your brain. The decision center is in the right-hand side of the brain. So the right-hand side of the brain is making a decision based upon a diffuse set of inputs, and then they use the left-hand side of the brain to figure out, how is my decision right? Is my decision justified?
Sign up today and join over 500 sales leaders in San Francisco so you can transform and grow your sales to the next level.